Reading the textbook is one of the most important ways to prepare for class and get ready for the test. However, the textbook is really long and there's a lot of material that we need to know at different levels of intensity. In fact, I've gone through and classified all the material as either level 1, which means it's critically important that you understand this for the test and for class. Level 2, this is good information, you should read it once and make sure you understand it, but you don't necessarily need to know the same level of intensity as level 1. Material that I classify as level 3, which is material I wouldn't necessarily even read once. So let's start on chapter 1. Page 3 gives you some background information. This is a level 3. We're going to do a lot of this in class to make sure you understand why. On page 4, they give you tips for learning auditing. This is a level 2 topic. I wouldn't worry too much if you don't get that. On page 5, we introduce the demand for auditing. This is the level 1 topic. This is critically important. It's summarized very well on page 7, figure 1-1. If you can understand that figure, you know what's going on. On page 8, an extended analogy is begun on a home inspector, their role as being similar to that of an auditor. This is a level 2 topic. You definitely want to read this to make sure you understand what's going on, but don't stress it over it more than once. By the time we get to page 12, we see a number of concepts are starting to be introduced. Table 1-2 introduces the management assertions. This is a level 1 topic, but it is discussed at length in chapter 5. We see similarly the materiality and audit risk models are introduced on page 15 and 16. These are very important concepts, level 1 topics, but it's not something you need to perfectly understand yet. We're going to get great discussions later on. On page 12, we also see the 3 types of audit services being introduced. I would skip the entire discussion starting on page 12 all the way to page 14. It's not something I test. It's not something I think is that important. It's more of a technical concept. As I said, the materiality and audit risk are level 1 topics on page 15 and 16. We're going to spend a lot of time on them. On page 17, we start the topic of sampling inference. Again, I don't know that I would even read this at this stage. We're going to get to it, so that's a level 3. The audit process, again, is really, which gets summarized in page 20, is a level 1 topic, but it's just meant more to lay the foundation for what we're going to do. If you can read the figure on page 20, figure 1-4, you're probably in pretty good shape. The audit report is introduced on page 23. I would read this. We're going to spend a lot of time on this in class. You don't need to memorize it. In the past, I have had students memorize it, but that's not something we're doing this year. And that concludes really chapter 1. You'll see the conclusion starts on page 24. I don't read the conclusion, so that's a level 3 topic for me. At the end of the chapter, there's definitions are summarized. If something is a level 1 topic, I would definitely consider making flashcards or something to make sure I know these terms inside and out. At the end of the chapter, you'll see the homework questions. These are all addressed through the online homework modules. You'll see those on Blackboard. You'll also see a glossy case called Earthware. I don't discuss Earthware at all. I think it's a great example, but it's not something we're going to cover in this class. This concludes the chapter 1 summary. Thanks.